And Suburbans into Escalades?
Yes.
That's crazy. Oh, wow. I've never heard of that, though.
You've seen it, but didn't realize it.
What?
A lot of things aren't what they say.
Oh, wait. I've seen one time. And then somebody turned a Mustang into a Ferrari.
Yep.
The body, the frame, and everything. No one knew it was a Mustang. It was just crazy.
Yep.
Oh, man, that's crazy. I love cars myself.
Absolutely, that's a good thing.
Ask him what's one of the biggest challenges to doing the work he does.
So yeah, before getting to where you are now, what was the challenge of what inspired you to do this?
What inspired me to do this is I have a lot of people telling me that no one's doing this. No business owners are on the road talking about entrepreneurship, meaning, most people are out talking about these great jobs, and no one's out there really talking about entrepreneurship. And I'm like, that's insanity to me. We need entrepreneurs to create the jobs, right?
Yeah.
So that inspired me.
I've been through that. Yeah, no one has ever told me about entrepreneurship until I've met some people, and you are one of the first who really talked about entrepreneurship, which is great because many people out there are not talking about making their own business. They just want a job.
Right.
So many people who make businesses can help others who can have a job and probably get their ideas of making their own business.
Right.
Next question. So you say you started thinking about making low rise at 9.
Yes.
When did it first start? When did you start? When did this business open up?
Well, out of my mom's backyard. When I was like 17 years old, I bought a car and I just started restoring it, because we didn't have a lot of money, so I couldn't just go out and buy the car that I wanted to have, with the nice paint on it, the nice rims. So I had to start small. So I bought a car with a bunch of dents in it from my neighbor down the street for $700. And at the time, I think I was working at McDonald's. It took me forever to make that money to buy that $700 car. And it took me a while to save up the money to have that car painted. So I was restoring the car until once it was completed, then I was able to sell it for a lot more money. I got about $3,000 once it was done. So I went from that car to another car, and then before I know it, I was flipping cars that was worth $130,000, So, but remember, I started at that $700 car.
I myself wanted to be a mechanic myself. I love cars. The funny thing is, I don't know much about the inside. I just know the models. This is that.
Right.
So I'm trying to go to school to learn the mechanical parts. So that's what I'm doing right now. Hopefully I can get there.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
Mechanicking is not the only thing that you need to learn. One of the best things that you can do today is go to the junkyard. I have a DVD called The $2 Junkyard Education. And it costs $2 to get into a junkyard. And you walk around that junkyard for like 2 or 3 hours, you will walk out of that junkyard with more knowledge than most people ever had.
Wow.
Because you're able to see a completed car. You'll have like 3 Chevy Suburbans sitting side by side. This first one's completed. The second one's halfway stripped. The third one's completely stripped. So you're able to go in and say, oh wow, that's where the motor is to the moon roof. Oh my goodness, this is how they pulled the front end off. There's only 4 bolts holding on the fender. You're able to look at it and see it. And if you break something, you just walk over to the next one, start over again. $2. It does not get any better than that. And I've learned more from the junkyard than I have in a lot of places. So start at the junkyard.
Yes. What art? Sorry, I didn't mean to jump in. What art inspires you? You share 3 works of art that have inspired you on your path.
So what art inspired you to go along your path?
Well, to me, cars are art. They're works of art. You have this old rusted out piece of junk car that's sitting there, been in this field, and it's literally got holes in the floors and big dents in it, and it's just a piece of crap. And a good buddy of mine, I saw him take an old rusty 61 Chevy Impala and completely restored it and put paint graphics on the top and patterns and lines and different colors. And I thought, like, wow, that was like a Mona Lisa Picasso to me. That was like an automotive Picasso. And I just thought, I saw this car come from nothing. And then I know the guy who did it. So if he looks like me, I bet I could do that too. And I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to be able to work on those cars because I saw him do it. And it didn't take a lot.
So when you're working, what do you listen to?
I like oldies. You know, I love oldies, old music, you know, stylistics, you know, just old stuff. You know, I need to be at peace when I'm working. I can't have anything violent that makes me want to fight and hit and all of that. I need something that I can stay focused, you know. You're dropping an engine into a car, you can't afford to have a bad thought and scratch up a $20,000 paint.
Oh, I understand. You know, oldies in an old car.
Absolutely.
That's one way of putting it. So the audience, what should they read?
Honestly, as many auto body. I had a great book that I gave away. It was literally just a book about auto body language. It talked about this is a paint gun, this is an air compressor. You need a 6 horsepower air compressor, 60 gallons. It talked about the name of the guns of paint that I would need. So I like things that teach me something. Other people read books about great things that was done. I read books about things that teach me how to make money tomorrow.
Where can I find that?
Barnes and Noble.
Oh, okay.
You know.
I would like that.
And the books that's needed, I'm working on myself currently, straight automotive books.
Nice.
That you'll learn what's going on, what's what.
I need to read that myself. So where can we find them?
My books I'm working on, so you get in contact with me at ThomasTJ.Loftin, LOFTIN.com, or you give me a call at 310-619-3954. Other than that, anything that I did not make, you probably have to go to Barnes and Noble.
That's
Into the auto
great
department.
information.
Oh, no problem.
Yes, sir.
See if I can write that down.
No, I got it. Shake hands and tell them, say thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
And if you would look this way and just say, you're watching Art Life Live. 1, 2, 3.
You watching art?
Life live.
Both of us?
Yeah, either one. Then we'll go one at a time. Ready, go.
You watching art like art light life.
Life.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Art life live. Right?
Yep. You did it.
Okay.
You're watching Art Life Live.
Yeah.
You're
Bless.
watching Art Life Live
Got it.
here at the Boys and Girls Club.
Yes.
That's right.
Dynamite. Thank you, gentlemen.
I appreciate what y'all doing.
Ooh.